It is indeed Taco Tuesday round this bitch. Good evening, everybody. How are y'all? I am so thankful that you are here as usual. There has always been some weird ass mammyism going on and some dustyism happening, so there will always be some content. What's going on, KLSB? Lady Posh, Mary R is here. Hey, Dominique, how are you, boo? Sorry I was running late. I couldn't get you back here. Yasmin is here. Beautiful Stranger is here. Who else we got up in here? Of course, we got Poison Ivy and Religion Free and Discarded Roses. Now, let's go. Um, let me see if the ones are in the chat. Thank you, SG. Thank you, Champstar. Listen, they need to shut down the internet, effective immediately. Everybody has fucked up. There's no way to not be embarrassed anymore, y'all. I'm ready to crawl up under a rug, a rock, some lava, something, because y'all seeing some stuff that is not there. It's not there. I got 2 TikTok videos. One is just annoying as fuck, but the other one has a lot of audacity for me. She's really asking the stupidest question I ever seen in my life, and she really doesn't want the answer. I hope, I got my fingers crossed, that somebody send her this shit because she needs to click the link. Okay. She needs to click the link. You're undoing yourselves with all this mouth on the internet, coming after white folks, coming after the system, coming after so called racism and all this shit here. You can't afford it, ladies. You can't afford it. These people are supporting your lifestyle. That bad bitch lifestyle that you like, they're the ones that are making it possible for you, not the Kangs. Not the Kangs. What's so hard to understand about that? Hmm. Let me show y'all something real quick. And I want y'all to count all the ways that she needs to shut the fuck up and move right along. There's a lot of women, black women in particular, that have been SA'd, R word, violated. Their personal space has been fucked up. But when you're looking for attention and you use those terms and those innuendos to try to further your agenda, shame on you. Because black women, we need the as much protection as we can get. Get your pen and paper together and look at all the bullshit that was completely unnecessary that fell out of this clown's mouth.
This white woman has the audacity to literally come up to me out of nowhere, and step behind me and then go, excuse me. This is how it always goes. Excuse me. I just had a question. And I was like, oh, not today, Sadie. I just have a question. How long does it take to do your hair? I love your hair. Pardon me? I don't know you. And then when I told her, no. See, what I do now is I just say, no, that's inappropriate. No. And she goes, well, why? Why, though? Why? I just want to know. Explain to me why, then, it's inappropriate. Explain to me why. I'm not going to explain to you why. As I start to, I'm not going to explain to you why. So I start to move away. I start to move my cart and move in the opposite direction of this harmful, Caucasian white woman. And what does she do? She goes, of course, gets angry, puts her hands up, and storms away angry. Wow. So someone tells you that it's inappropriate. You get angry. You feel that level of entitlement to my body? You feel that level of entitlement to me answering the question or not? Wow. That sounds like some type of historical white domination trauma in your body. It is so fucking exhausting. I am so exhausted by white people and their goddamn curiosity that is harmful as fuck.
Now, let me ask y'all a question. Was it necessary for her to pretend like that white woman was trying to get to her pussy? You feel the level of entitlement to my body? Ma'am, there are a lot of black women and girls out here that are actually violated. And because you felt like making a TikTok video and looking to go viral, you use that type of language talking about access to your body simply because a bitch asked you how long it took to braid your motherfucking hair, them dusty ass box braids. Are you serious? This is part of the reason we can't come to the table and have real conversations, because that had so much hyperbole in it, it was ridiculous. Mind you, she's in Brad's grocery store with the nonsense. The white bitch asked, how long did it take to braid your hair? Now, make no mistake about it, you didn't have to answer her. You could have simply walked away. But you wanted to engage in a little bit of SJW porn and start pretending like this white bitch wants to suck your nipples and all this extra shit. What? All you had to do is walk away or say, I'm uncomfortable asking that. But here you go. Off of a simple question, how long did it take to braid your hair? We heard access to body, white supremacy, racism, all this shit here, entitlement, off of a simple question about how long it took to braid your hair. Now, let's see what she would have said if a nigga that she was attracted to asked her, hey, queen, how long did it take you to put them braids in? Hallelujah. We would have seen all types of mammy and going the fuck on. Do you understand me? You couldn't have stopped. Oh my goodness. I'm glad you asked. Well, it only took me a couple minutes. Y'all got to stop this shit. Knock it the fuck off. If you don't want to answer a question, just walk away. Y'all making shit too complicated. Where does all this red tape come from? Excuse me, Aaliyah, you got anything? Because she bothered me with that. She has entitlement to my body shit.
I don't know how many times we gotta say this, how many times we've been talking about this a lot lately. You cannot ask them anything. Don't ask them no fucking questions. Ain't that right, Taj Mahal? It's not they fucking business. Nobody can ask you shit. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is. So now we're just walking around with these huge chips on our shoulders and just escalating situations that don't even have to be. The lady asked you a simple question. How long did it take to do that? It wasn't even that serious for her to go off on a whole entire tirade and then try to pretend like the woman stomped off because she wouldn't answer the question. The woman stomped off because she trying to figure out why in the hell this fool standing here talking like she was trying to invade your personal space, or she was trying to ask you inappropriate shit. Like, I mean, trying to make it sexual. It just, we take shit from one extreme to the next. There is never any middle ground, and we end up looking like complete fools most of the time.
Mm. Ebony, you got anything on this? Because this bothered the shit out of me. I just don't get it. Walk
Well,
away.
here's the thing. People ask me that all the time.
Right.
People of different ethnic groups, they ask me that all the time. Oh, I love your hair. And how long did it take? And I'm like, if I feel like answering, I just say, oh, it's light. It's a wonderful hairstyle for me. I really like it. Boom, done. She
Over.
acts like this woman went up and touched her hair and all the rest of her. And it's like,
my body. Bitch, why can I ask y'all, why is her nostrils facing forward? Do I have a picture of her still? Let me see, because I don't trust a bitch whose nostrils doesn't face the ground. When your nostrils face forward, I'm already side eyeing you. Let me see if I got a still of her. Here we go. I don't get it. Really? I don't understand it. Y'all life don't have to be this hard. Y'all letting these niggas make y'all go out here on some SJW bullshit. Okay? I don't know how that happened. It looked like somebody was trying to edit the photo and put like 2 black dots or a set of balls in front of her fucking face. But I don't trust bitches who nostrils face forward like that. Put them nostrils down to the goddamn ground when you talk to me. Where is this coming from? Snapple, you got anything on this?
Yeah, hold on. Sorry. You had me cracking up with the, oh God, the nostril drag took me out. These TikTok mammies, they just seem to go out into the world hoping and looking for a moment. Any little thing that anybody says to them, they want to go viral, especially if they think they can try to flip it and twist it and make it racist. But, that was ridiculous. She even said the lady told her that she loves her hair. It was a compliment. Bitch, take the compliment. Shut the fuck up. Stop. It's not that fucking deep. Like, oh, God.
Go ahead, Kyra, because I'm going to tell you something. It gets worse, y'all. I promise you. And y'all know when I tell you it gets worse, it actually does. How you doing, Kyra?
Good evening, DZ. Good evening, ladies.
Hello.
Now
Hello.
here's the thing. We all know that Becky can do microaggressions, but these TikTok mammies or mammies in general, they try to turn everything into some bullshit or some SJW moment. This wasn't that moment. Either answer the question or, like DZ said, you always have the right to just walk away. If you don't want to answer the question, just politely and silently walk away. You don't have to have a viral moment.
I mean, I get asked questions about my hair all the time,
Me
especially
too.
the texture, primarily because people feel like fully black women are not supposed to have naturally wavy or naturally curly hair. So people ask me questions all the time because the assumption is that you always have to be mixed with something, right? So every time somebody asks me that when they see my natural hair, am I supposed to fly off the handle and start acting stupid every time somebody asks me a question about my hair? It's crazy. And she looked like a damn fool standing there being outraged or affronted by some shit like that. Girl, go somewhere and sit your dumb ass down.
I love my hair so much. Why not be proud of it? Right? Now I'm thinking about the woman's nostrils. I'm going to be thinking about that for an hour, a freaking hour. Why?
Aaliyah, you do know that you do know that you're going to have the featureism and texturism police on you now because
Mm-hmm.
They'll
well,
be all right.
you know you're not supposed to acknowledge that your hair is not 4C. You do know that,
Okay.
right?
Well, it ain't, and they'll be all right. So,
Not you got preference hair.
Oh my gosh, you sound like you have preference hair.
yep, yep, that's what it is. I'm a preference now. Thank y'all. I'm in the
Well,
club.
you are got a pathology
Mm.
because you have preference hair.
Yo,
I'm in the preference club now, y'all. Y'all can't tell me nothing.
Lord
Okay,
have
let me
mercy.
stop. Come
Get ready. Look at this is the stupidest question I ever heard on TikTok. Now, you finna get an answer, whore. I don't think you're gonna like the answer. You shouldn't have did this. You shouldn't have did this. Go to your TikTok account and take this shit down. Cause you're not gonna like the answer. It's gonna get embarrassing. Let's go.
Let me ask you this. Can you tell us one good thing about white people? But let me tell you a few good things about us. That traffic light that you stop at every morning before you go to work, that was us. That clothes dryer that you dry your clothes in, that was us. That super soaker that your son wanted for Christmas one year, that was us. That folding chair that you use at your family gatherings, that was us. Without us, your life, sir, will not be as comfortable as it is. Don't play with us. So again, I say, can you tell us one good thing about white people? We'll wait.
Are DZ, are we supposed to ignore the eyelashes and the head wrap that came from the Lee people?
Let's go.
on.
Bitch,
Let's
Can we
go.
fact check
are
this
you
stuff?
talking about a super soaker, a water gun? Ma'am, so all of our life is comfortable because a nigga created a super soaker. Let me tell you something. Look at this goddamn picture here. Okay? That watch. You want to start pointing out shit, bitch? The watch was created in Germany by a man named Peter Heinlein. You want to go ahead and take that off and give that back to him. Oh, silk, because it's us against them, right? Black or non-black. Let's go. Silk. Chinese folk 5,000 years ago, huh? Get that fucking pillow from in front of your fucking face because that was created by Mesopotamians 7,000 years ago. And I don't want to hear you fucking hoteps talk about the original Mesopotamians was black. No, they wasn't. They were Middle Eastern. Move right along. Them connect along, them dusty ass braids that you and that bitch from the prior video was wearing. Oh, that came from the Japanese, huh? That was introduced publicly in 1957. Anybody want a piece of this? Because we can keep going. Those eyelashes was in the French in 1882. Then the first patent for them dusty ass eyebrows and eyelashes came from Germany as well. Let's go. I
Okay.
hear you, Aaliyah. Let's go.
Let's talk about some important shit, shall we? Because we want to talk about water guns and all that folding chairs and all this shit that don't mean anything for real. That hasn't really made a major impact. Let me see, because it's time for some education tonight, because we still got a lot of these bitches working overtime to try to put out certain narratives. How about modern medicine? And Alexander Fleming for penicillin that was paving the way for all the antibiotics.
Yes.
So we got modern medicine, we got the use of antibiotics from penicillin, and then how about then there's Ignaz Semmelweis, who pioneered your antiseptic procedures for your nurses and your doctors and surge techs. So since everyone is claiming to be a doctor of some sort, let's see what's really good. So a couple of things. The first, you got John Snow. That was another white man who during a cholera outbreak in the 1800s, he was able to trace the outbreak all the way back to its source by putting together a map detailing the web of infection and finding a commonality between everyone stricken with it within the same vicinity, and then deduce that everyone was using the same water source from the same pump on a specific side of town, being Broad Street. See, this discovery has given us the field that we know today is epidemiology. Now, those are the origins of my field of study, and I know my shit. And in fact, the white men are the founding fathers of pretty much all your fucking degrees that y'all love bragging about, which is why I find it laughable when pro-blacks brag about degrees that they have acquired from the white man's institutions, including HBCUs, especially since there are no black men with any accredited colleges within this country that can bestow upon you an internship, scholarship, fellowship, degree, certification, licensure, or even a fucking job for that matter. So that's one thing out of many, and I'll get back to y'all on the rest, but I'm done for now.
Well,
We forgot We forgot CT scanners,
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
MRI,
Yep.
PET CT, PET MRI, radio tracers, the Manhattan Project.
Oh, the atom bomb.
Look, the
A
hypocrisy
lot
is
came out of that.
it's the hypocrisy for me. Y'all checked out the tattoos on her right forearm. Oh, that tattoo gun was created by Samuel O'Reilly in 1891. That was able to go ahead and open the skin 50 times a minute. It is what it is. Oh, and those nasty ass acrylic nails you got on. That's what 2-3 feet long. Okay, that was mistakenly created by the white man, a dentist, by the way. He had injured his hand while he was at work as a dentist. Okay, and then he had to put on something to cover up his nail, so he used dental acrylics to go ahead and cover it up. I need y'all to stop this shit. Stop
And,
it.
and I just wanted to clarify that the things of note that Black people have created and contributed came from Black women. Your Kangs weren't involved. GPS by a Black woman. LASIK, a Black woman. Notice Black males, what did a Black male do? He invented some dances, and that's about it.
What about the computer language, DOS? That was back in the late 60s. That was a Black woman.
Precisely. Exactly. Hidden figures. The important contributions of Black people go back to Black women, not Black males. All the Black male has done and contributed is shaking his ass and a few songs that he sang rather well. That's
I
it.
mean, we don't even have to go this deep. How about that internet and that Wi-Fi her funk ass sitting up on? And how about the YouTube channels that all these bitches around here running their mouth on? And every damn thing else. See, that's what I'm saying. If they really came back and took all they shit, which they could, I mean, just hood. I'm done.
I'm sorry, DZ, doesn't she look like a little cartoon fish or something?
Yeah.
Salamander?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know what the fuck she looked like because here it is. Let's talk about that fucking foundation on her face. A foundation has been on since antiquity, but the first commercially available, that means to you, bitch, foundation was created by Max Factor in 1920. That's also a white man. So let's take off those eyelashes. Let's take off that foundation, get them tattoos off of you, take that watch down, get the fuck off that pillow, and oh, I can't help but notice those 3 Nike boxes behind you. Wow.
No, she need to up them sneakers because they probably came from somewhere over and being manufactured in China somewhere.
Mm. Mm. Oh, let's not forget about the blinds. The blinds back there on that crusty ass window. Those were created by an Englishman named Edward Edward Bevan. So, girl, I guess they can take all their shit, and what we'll be left with is what, a super soaker. We just gonna water gun each other to death.
What
Is
about
that
her clothes? The sewing machine,
Yeah.
okay? The cotton gin, all of this. Marconi, Tesla. Really?
This is what y'all are out here doing. And you said, I'll wait. Like you ate or something, bitch. You don't want to go head up with these folks. I don't know what to tell you. You don't have enough stones, baby. They working with nuclear weapons, and you working with mulch from out the yard, and you just tossing it, and it's not even hitting its mark. Really? And did y'all see what the top of that tweet said? Because this is what really bothers me. The tweet of the person that shared this, okay? It says, Black women are leading the Black supremacist movement. They've been radicalized and no one is brave enough to say it. So I have to walk around this bitch looking like you. And folk think I'm a Black supremacist. Thank you, fish face mammy. Thank you, foundation tattoo silk scarf mammy. Thank you for you just making it harder for everybody to fuck else. Because you have put a target back on our back, because they claim divestors put targets on Black women's back. No, bitches like this put a target on the back of your back. What? Anyways, ladies, let me check the back before we drag the fuck out of Iyanla. Let me look at the chat, because I know y'all got some shit to say about this shit. They was down there naming inventions they damn self. Right, Black supremacists. Huh? The supermarket she shop in. Right.
They don't understand that this is why we have to be vocal, because these mammies, they outnumber us. They are way louder than we are, and this is the voice that everyone hears that thinks that this is the only representation of the Black woman. And we got to walk the streets looking just like this bitch, in the same skin color and the same skin tone, every damn thing else, and people think we are just as crazy as this stupid ass motherfucker. This what I'm talking about. That's why we have to get on here and do what we do. And we have to be loud about it. Because this shit is fucking embarrassing.
Exactly. We have to counteract this mammy babble. And it's always the bitches with the musty ass fucking scarves and bonnets with the mildewed ass cornrows up underneath, or box sprays, or whatever the fuck it is, that want to be the loudest and scream the loudest and say the most dumbest shit. Like y'all said, like, girl, it's the phone that you're recording this on, the app, the Wi-Fi, and you have the audacity to sit there and say, name one good thing about white people. Girl, bye. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I can't even. Y'all said it all. Y'all ate and left no crumbs.
God damn, Cassie, is this your real account? Or are you Dusty?
This me, y'all. Hey, y'all can hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
I'm glad you mentioned them Nikes, DZ, because I was staring at them like Baby Bill, but what's his last name? Bowerman or something like that. Created those damn Nikes. And to Aaliyah's point, talking about all the medical stuff, because she knows her shit. That is her field. She knows her shit. Don't forget, what was his name? J. Marion Sims, the father of gynecology, that baby girl probably don't go to get that coochie checked out.
Miss.
Ma'am, would you please? Like, don't embarrass us like that or yourself.
Jesus Christ. Let's scroll. They gonna continue to embarrass us, y'all. And it's we make jokes about the shit because the shit is funny. But on the flip side, it ain't funny. Y'all don't know what people are thinking because everybody's on the fucking internet. Your grandmammy on the internet. She probably still on MySpace, but she on the goddamn internet. And these motherfuckers is out here making us look like clowns. Super Soaker, though. Super Soaker. I can't believe she let that fall out of her dick liquor.
Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street. There you go.
This bitch right here. Oh my God. She has such a mammy resume.
Ninja Turtle.
Oh, yes.
I know. I can't unsee it now. You should.
I can't. Y'all be careful of these bitches that keep trying to make you lower your standards. It didn't work for her. Are y'all aware that Iyanla is a survivor of really violent domestic violence and SA? Did y'all know that? So the advice that she's giving didn't work for her. Let's see what she said. Let's see what she said. Let me stop presenting this. Stop share screen because I'm tired, y'all. I am tired. There it is, Mammy Vanzant. I had to find my tab, y'all. Listen to this fuck shit here, y'all.
Would you date
if he owns the bus?
Perfect. Perfect. Damn right. That's what she was supposed to say. And me personally, I don't give a fuck if he do own the bus. He needs to own several buses. And ladies, you do not have to lower your standards. Beware of the mammy rhetoric. Because what they're trying to do is make sure that their sons still have access to you. They know good and goddamn well that their sons cannot measure up to what the white man got going on. So therefore, they're going to make you say, oh, I'll date a bus driver. No, you don't. No, the fuck you don't. Let's hear what else this fucky ass bitch had to say. Jesus.
If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of
lies. Where's her bus driver? Where's her bus? Where is anybody that's fucking with Iyanla like that? I'm asking, yo, where is her bus driver? No, she wants you to do that shit because that makes her son still eligible. That makes her nephew still eligible. That makes her brother still eligible. A lot of them don't even have jobs, but they don't want you going anywhere. And I don't really know who this Ebony Williams is. It's the first time I've ever heard of her because of this conversation she had with Iyanla. But Iyanla is one of the most dangerous mammies out here. She entertains Dusty like no other. Let's keep going.
And of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus driver.
Lies.
But we think that it's another human being's responsibility to give us what we need instead of us building together. I could build with a bus driver. I'd have my little stash over on the side in my prenup, but I could build with a bus driver. So I think some of the criteria that we look for in the reality of today keeps us unhappy, keeps us angry, keeps us imbalanced. And then,
first of all, y'all, what I know y'all ready to jump in and y'all fixing to do it right now. Check it out. Black women have been giving black men a chance the whole time. They've been angry the whole time. So what she's saying makes no sense at all. They have lowered their standards. They have dated the dusty.
Okay.
They have dated the broke men. They've dated all of them, and they're still angry. Why? Because they're not supposed to be in that situation of being the breadwinner, the mother, the caregiver, the everything for the household. So what she's saying makes no sense, y'all. She's telling you to do something that you're already doing that's resulting in failure. Aaliyah, go.
Oh no, I think I'm just gonna chill and let y'all go ahead.
Well, I got something to say. Shit, I got
I'm
something
gonna
to
jump
say.
in on the. I'm gonna jump in later.
Okay, I got
I
something
do
to say.
too. After you, Ebony, go ahead, please.
Okay, I don't understand why every other group of women on earth understands that men and women, it's a power dynamic. Okay. Black women have given up so much power that they have started to do polygamy, sharing openly. They're groveling. Black men, I love you. They are copulating in the streets and not the sheets. Okay. To the point that they've lost all self-respect, just like the black man. Finally, he got you to his level. See, oh God, all young women go through a point of, self-discovery and development. Okay. But what they don't know is that at some point that shit stops and you should know what you want or should want. The problem is black women don't because no one tells them anything. Okay. They are like sheep to the slaughter. They give up resources voluntarily. They give up sexual choice voluntarily. They give up safety voluntarily. They give up self-esteem voluntarily. They give up love voluntarily.
They give their life
voluntarily.
This is dangerous, ladies. It's dangerous. And because we got so many black women that absolutely love black men, this is music to their ears. You mean to tell me that I'm supposed to breathe life into him? That I'm supposed to help build with him? That I'm supposed to date a bus driver? Ladies, do y'all not remember the viral clip of the bus driver uppercutting a black bitch in her fucking chin? Yeah, that's what the bus driver gives. Let me tell you something. Men are really, really violent when they don't feel like they're accomplishing anything. And you talking to them about it is going to make them more violent. There's nothing that you can do. Men are not supposed to be at the bottom of the totem pole. And that's exactly where dusty bastards are. They're at the bottom of the totem pole. They're on edge. They're violent. They're entitled. They're coddled. They're ugly on top of that. And here she go, sitting up here with these granny glasses, telling you, do what I did. Because that's what Iyanla did when she got married to her Dusty. She breathed life into him. She was dressing up like African princesses and all types of shit. I know y'all seen those pictures from when she was young. And what did he do? He fucked her the fuck up in the city of New York. He beat the fucking brake pads off of her. And what she's telling you to do is to do the same. And it's music to your ears. Snapple, please jump in here.
Yeah, well, just real quick, Ebony is from Real Housewives of New York, and she is heavily pro-black herself, but that's another story. I'm glad she
I don't know who this bitch is.
She's cute and everything. She's cute. I like her, but she was irritating as hell on that show, being fucking pro-black every five fucking.
School me, because if she's a mammy,
Yeah.
she can get it too. If
But
she's a fucking
Ebony
mammy,
didn't
she can
start.
get it
She
too.
didn't start out that way. She was a conservative on Fox News originally. That's what I find interesting about her.
Did
But
you
go
see
ahead.
her on Real Housewives? She was like every 5 minutes she was schooling the girls about racism and shit. And I get it. It was a cast of Karens, but yeah. Either way, still though, I'm glad she answered this correctly. And yeah, as you said with Iyanla, it's given misery loves company because she did it. So she's a typical mammy, as we all are I'm sure we all are aware, because I know y'all have seen her show. She always grabbing the men, the kangs, putting them in her bosom, just very weird and inappropriate. Okay, coddling them in her lap, doing all this weird ass shit, and then she cussing the mammies out on her show, calling them gutter snipes. So she already showed her hand, but that's what it's given. She just wants to continue to lead the girls to the slaughter by telling them to accept Tyrone and do what she did.
Go ahead,
Phoenix Craft, you're really rude.
It's
Nefertiti, you had something to say, darling. I'm sorry. This shit is triggering to me, and I apologize.
No, no, it's fine. I'm actually so I just had a really I found how she said that the having putting these standards on men basically makes you more stressed, and I just found it funny because I just got done having a spa day that my Brad paid for, and like knots that I had are completely gone. It's probably the least stress I've ever been in my life. So I just found that really interesting. Just wanted to,
well,
just wanted to touch
well,
on
her
that.
argument is based on dealing with Tyrone, though. Think about it. If you're always trying to fuss and fight and make a Tyrone into, a so-called unicorn, of course you're going to be stressed. I mean, damn, first of all, you're dealing with the black male in the first place.
I was gonna
Then
say that part. The fact you're dealing with a black man, you've already lost me. But I'm just saying, for the concept of not doing that, it's like I'm just speaking. I'm saying we should already be past that, right? Like that's what we always say here. Is like if you're here, you should kind of already be past that. That yes, she is dangerous, but to even think to have to take that mindset out of the black community and attempt to apply that to other men, that's how we start messing up the actual, I don't want to say the divestment game, but the exploring your other options part of divestment is when you keep taking that same mentality to these other men and start making them think they can basically do that to us.
Well, Poison Ivy said something really, really important down there. Just because a woman dates white men does not mean she ain't pro-black. All that meant that she didn't find the nigga that she wanted. Okay.
Mhm.
Just like black women are placeholders for black men when they're in relationship with them, with swirlers, white men are placeholders until they find the black man that can whoop their ass like they like. Like they like. Like if he got a good right hook, but also can make some yellow rice, oh, that's a unicorn. So the white dude, he's gonna be gone because the right hook and the yellow rice come first with these stupid ass bitches.
can he at least make some scripts to go with the yellow rice or no?
Stop. I'm going on mute.
Fucking no.
I'm sorry. He would have to have a fleet of buses for me.
Thank
That's
you.
my problem.
Was Cassie
I'm,
about to go?
you know,
No, I'm sorry. I thought Cassie was trying to say something.
No, she on mute, babe.
Oh, okay. I got you. No, go ahead. Okay. Well, I know. I thought Ebony was finished. I thought I heard Cassie trying to say something and then kind of jump in there. So, but yeah. Well, let me say something then. Everybody is walking around claiming these psychology degrees, but no one can get you out of remedial psychology. So remember those degrees y'all was talking about, so that I was talking about earlier, the white man. So let's talk about Abraham Maslow and Sigmund Freud, shall we? So let's talk about the man who gave you the theories of the id, the ego, and the superego, as well as the Oedipus complex. Now, believe it or not, a lot of behavioral psychologists actually hated Freud's theories, but if they actually applied them to what you're seeing in the black male now, including their dysfunctional ass attachments to their mothers. Ebony's as a doctor, I know you see where I'm going with this. So we're talking about the structural elements of the human psyche, as well as the psychosexual. Yeah, we're talking about the psychosexual stages of development, where he talks about the developmental stages from infancy through puberty, adulthood, and eventually death. He discusses how these developmental stages shape the human personality from infancy. But people couldn't get out of their heads that he was talking about children to see the validity in what he was saying. So they made it perverse. So on a side note, if you want a research paper topic for your thesis, you can thank me later. But if all these so-called pro-Black women psychologists actually knew their field, they would actually see that what he was saying was way ahead of his time, and he was spot on. And the Black woman's incessant enabling, coddling, shielding, and constant mothering, I mentioned that before, remember, has done nothing but cripple these things they call men. But instead, they're on here telling you that you're not responsible for what grown-ass men do. But the field they claim to have degrees in would suggest otherwise. So Black women, tell me why you're having such a difficult time understanding the foundation of divestment. Also, let me let you know that you haven't successfully accomplished shit without the help of that white man that you hate so much. So please shut the fuck up. And see, this is why we also tell you divested Black women to avoid these mammy-ass psychologists and psychiatrists when you are seeking mental health to help with your healing, because you will end up with mammies just like this playing mind games with you by trying to use practicality to guilt you into acceptance, by trying to convince you that having certain standards are somehow unreasonable when Maslow's hierarchy of needs states otherwise. And if you are familiar with that, you already know that physiological needs are at the base level, meaning that those are absolute necessities that address only the bare minimum of your needs, which is your food, water, clothing, and shelter. Now they want to convince you that your men don't even have to provide you that as long as he's nice to you, which means that Black men haven't even gotten up off the ground floor yet. So that's why so many so-called educated Black women are simply providing other Black women with lazy and disingenuous tips about behavior modification in order to achieve their outcome, not yours, which is highly manipulative. So your so-called entitlement, femininity, and submission has nothing to do with having your basic needs met, because even water seeks its own level. Remember that? See, this is why they don't even attempt to try this shit on white and Asian women, because they know they aren't nearly as gullible as Black women are. And see, the problem is that the so-called educated and a lot of the non-educated Black women keep trying to teach the younger women to skip certain stages and jump ahead, because they know their brothers and sons don't meet the standards for the base level. But that's not how that works, ladies. And to be honest with you, Black men have already overplayed that card at this stage to avoid omission and to keep on wasting your time. Yet these women with the psychology degrees telling us that we're at the extreme ones for ruling out a whole group when we're just doing what we should have done ages ago based upon the lack of assets, resources, and social standing alone. So I don't fucking think so. So not bad for the ghetto bitch, huh? But I'm gonna need all these career therapists and these psychology degrees to explain to me why they're publicly ignoring the very teachings that are supposed to be parallel with their educational backgrounds, and then tell me why most academics have such a hard time recognizing the legitimacy of those degrees and taking those disciplines seriously.
Thank you. Can I say amen? Amen.
A Brad, can I get an A Brad in here? An A Brad.
Pass the collection plate. Pass the collection plate in the chat.
You know what? My reparations is the white man.
That part.
Bye.
That part.
Well, Aaliyah, to answer your question, you already know why they have to, despite their so-called degrees, why they have to be disingenuous. 2 reasons. DZ touched on it. 1, because if you talk about real shit, Black women will be inaccessible to Black males, be inaccessible to their sons, their nephews, their grandsons, their brothers, whatever. We've talked about this. We're the backup system, the welfare system for Black males. And they know that if we start putting on some basic standards of he has to do more than just drive a bus, then that means Black males are disqualified. And 2, a lot of these women, they have that crabs in the barrel mentality. They do not want a Black woman to rise above them. They damn sure don't want the Black women coming after them. Look at Iyanla. You really think she wants the younger Black women to rise above her and go do better and have better? Learn from her mistakes?
Who is Iyanla?
However,
Yeah.
However you say her name, Ilyana.
Oh, I thought you were
I
talking about
guess
somebody else. There's so many mammies out here. It's like shit. There's a mammy named Eliana somewhere, I'm sure. Oh yeah, there actually is. Nature Boy's baby mama.
yeah,
That's a mammy. How about that part?
I
But
guess it gets to be so frustrating because they are constantly trying to sell us this shit on a constant basis. Like they keep doing this shit. And if y'all had noticed, they really turned up the volume on it. Like they're doing it back to back to back. And they're constantly doing this shit to black women where black women are concerned. Let me know how many people are sitting down trying to feed this bullshit to white women or Asian women or
Nobody.
Latino women.
nobody.
We are the only group they think they can pull this shit on, and I'm getting sick of them.
Yeah, but it has been working for
It
a
has.
long time.
And the
Okay.
thing that Iyanla said is going to work on a whole bunch of women. Why? Because that's what they want. They don't
Hmm.
want to hear that they have to leave in order to achieve and to be safe and to get what they need out of life. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear that if I dig through this dumpster deep a fucking enough, I'm going to find that one black man, and he's not going to have a two coochie minimum. He's going to work. He's going to love my babies and all that shit. And he's going to keep his hands to himself. That's not going to happen. But these women that tell you this shit, the old bitches from the boomer age, like Iyanla, and all the way down to the young bitches that's 21. It's this chick on TikTok she's all the way hoped the fuck out. She's a conspiracy theorist and all the shit. I'll share a picture of her shit when we get in Discord. But y'all, she is so fucking black male identified. Is crazy. So somebody asked her, hey, are you living with your mom? And because you're telling us how to get, rich and how to, succeed and all that stuff. And when they said that shit, she went 110% hood rat on their ass. Don't ask me if I'm living with my mom. All this type of shit here. So when they're giving you this advice, they know that shit advice as well. Y'all, the girl said one time she don't answer all of her inboxes because she don't like touching her phone because of the radiation that it emits and it fucks up her chakras. I shit you the fuck not. Y'all, we got
DZ,
some crazy. Yes.
honey, another thing that's a part of all of this is that delay of gratification to get that degree, to get that training, not be pregnant so you can get your shit going on. Black women don't want to do that.
Yeah, they all 3 credits short. I went to school
What?
for
3.
because they all 3 credits short. They right there. I'm almost qualified, and I'm more qualified than you, but not qualified like her. So listen to me. I got a little bit of knowledge more than you. So listen to me, child. Well, why you fucking up your life? Why you pregnant by couple of dusties and you keep having to drop out? Why the fuck you keep having to take out all these loans and shit and not finding those scholarships and all that academia and shit that you said that you qualified for? You should be on an academic scholarship as smart as you said you was. You shouldn't have had no student loans, boo-boo. Huh? What's going on, y'all? I swear to God, let me finish playing this
A
video.
lot of them are full of shit. At this point, they just talking to hear themselves talk, I believe. And like I said, I've never seen as many black women therapists, psychologists, and just everybody with all these behavior health, mental health background and all this shit. But these are still some of the most easily manipulated. I just don't understand. Like you got all this education, so you claim these degrees, all this intelligence, and I don't see evidence of any of that.
Well, the thing though, Aaliyah, is you referenced earlier Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and the base level is physical. But mammies have gotten it perverted. They think physical means dick. They don't think it means food and shelter and shit like that. They think as long as they're getting dick down on a regular basis, even if they have to share it,
Are you
then they're getting them.
serious? Come
Well, we're
on.
talking, but more educated people know physiological also means the environment around you, period. So that's what physiology, when we're talking physiology as well, I mean, it has several different meanings. But of course, if you're shallow and all you do is keep dick on the brain all the time, I can definitely see that.
Well, think about Pavlov's dog. Okay.
Pavlov,
Yes,
B.F. Skinner
Pavlov's.
was another one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He got to the point that the dog did the salivating without even him ringing the damn dinner bell. This is black women.
Mm-hmm.
This is black women. They're like Pavlov's dog. Oh, when's the next mail coming around? Oh, am I? Oh my God.
I don't see why they stuck on these motherfuckers, because the thing is they're not going to change. And it doesn't matter how many times that you tell them that they're fucked up, because I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you, black women. I'm talking to you. When we show all these news stories and shit, I'm not talking to them on some, oh, look at what you're doing to us. You shouldn't be being that violent. Clean up the. No, I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you. But you waiting for them to come back. And I just showed y'all a fucking screenshot of what the fuck it looks like when they run communities. Did y'all know this? Okay. In Haiti right now, I shit you the fuck not. Go look it up yourself. They're on Instagram showing them eating other people. Do you understand me? This is what it looks like
Wow.
when black males run the country. They are on Instagram showing themselves having a side of human leg with them goddamn mud cookies. Now, do I have any Haitian folks in the goddamn chat? I want you to tell me that I'm fucking lying. Huh? All of these examples on this goddamn screen right now are true. This is what happened in those countries. And right now, today, on May 2nd, 2023, they are eating each other. What do
And
y'all
I
have to say about that?
Well, DZ, I like the Haitian mammies to call up and tell us how much better they are than Black American women.
And see, I don't want to hear shit else about the Haitians or the Haitian Revolution. Because here's the thing: did we just get a whole slew of them motherfuckers trying to illegally cross our borders to enter the
Mhm.
United States? And then they tried to literally fight and attack our border patrol for trying to round them up and get them the fuck out this country. And their men was hiding behind the women and children. And we saw the shit right here broadcasted on the news. So miss me with that bullshit about how they're so much fucking better than American men. I'm sick of that bullshit too.
It's global, y'all. All of them are equal trash. To be honest with y'all, here in America, if the white man stopped providing the grocery stores, schools, and the healthcare and all of that shit, this country where y'all live would look just like what I just showed on that screen. They don't have any skills whatsoever to build sturdy shelter, right? Deliver you safe food, safe water. That's why homegirl with them eyelashes got on my nerves. Tell me one good thing about white people. I'll wait. Not even realizing that everything around you in that one still screenshot got white man written all over it. And if they were some real evil motherfuckers, they'd come get your ass, okay? You conspiracy theorists out there that claim that everything is done for a reason and the government is out here to get you and all that bullshit, they'd come get you. But no, you got freedom of speech, some shit that you wouldn't have in other countries, Miss Immigrant. Y'all wouldn't have that shit. So all this bad bitch lifestyle, y'all got somebody to thank for it. If you don't want to thank them, then just shut the fuck up and live your bad bitch life. You ain't got to comment on it because it's true. If they pulled all they shit, you'd be fucked. You'd be drinking water with turds floating in it instead of ice cubes. Bitch, that's what you would be doing.
Not turds.
Mhm.
Shit.
And that's what I was thinking when Leah was right. I actually did start saying something, but I ran to the bathroom because I had to go to the bathroom. But none of everything that we're talking about, the way that this conversation is intellectual and we're able to speak, whether we speak medical, whether we speak scientific, whatever it is that we're speaking, other people can't have these type of conversations because it doesn't go as deep. Everything is surface level. Everything is skin color, hair texture, what the black male want, all that dick. That's what they're talking about. But when we have these type of conversations, this is when everybody logs off now because nobody wants to hear the deeper aspects of what it is that we're really trying to show black women over here. They just want to hear the surface level of everything.
They'd have less time to think about dick if they were made to provide their own living. If there was no safety nets, if you didn't have WIC to fall on, Section 8 to fall on, public housing, food stamps, SNAP, and all that good shit, what's the money part of it called? EBT. I don't know what the money part of it is, but they have cash and food stamps. If they didn't have all of that to fall back on, they wouldn't have time to do the things like what we showed in Discord earlier this week. Was that yesterday with your little party over there in Houston? that was so fucking explicit that not only could it not be showed on YouTube, it couldn't be showed on Patreon. That's how nasty that community is. I'm talking about just straight up having sex in public, sucking dick in public, eating pussy in public, passing the goddamn dick around like a blunt. Am I being exaggerative? Absolutely the fuck not. They had one nigga up there and them women was passing his dick around like a blunt.
Oh God.
This
Yeah.
is disgusting and
That's
just
horrible.
trifling.
That's
Okay.
horrible.
Everybody say run over to Patreon, run over to Patreon. Some of the stuff that black people do, you can't even show that on Patreon because believe it or not, they got community guidelines over there. And that, my dear, that would be considered X-rated porn, what they was doing at that get together. It was just a get together. And I mean, they was ravenously having sex. Like they had just got shot up with some sort of drug that make you really hypersexual. And it looked like they were eating each other. It was so bad. And nobody seemed bothered. They was just standing around drinking, watching motherfuckers to their left and right, just fucking.
And see, it's me or somebody like me, or see all of them in their office in the next 7 to 10 business days. I guarantee you, because that's why I say I'm tired of this whole shit. I don't give a fuck about a slut shame. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit now. And they wonder why I say this shit. Because black women, this is the shame that y'all bring upon us. That the women who don't participate in none of this bullshit got to walk the streets. And we can't even hold our head up high and be proud of anything because of this shit that y'all keep putting out here. This is shit we got. And not that our babies, our little young girls that's coming up after us, they ain't even thinking about them and the legacy that y'all creating for them right now. That's why I can't stand bitches like Sukiyana, because she just determined to remain a nasty, disgusting, trifling ass bitch her whole entire life. I can't stand her. I'm
Mhm.
getting
And the
so
thing
sick of
about
these hoes,
I
I don't know what to do.
and the thing
Leah,
about slut shaming,
I was so surprised when that song "Eating a Blank's Ass" was real. Like, I didn't know that was actually a real song till the ladies in Discord pointed that out.
I
It
hadn't
is.
heard
I
nothing
saw
of
the
that.
video and it was fucking disgusting, just like that pussy everywhere video she got. That shit ain't nothing but porn. That's all it is.
And you
And
can't slut shame somebody if they're, not slutting. I'm not saying that, I mean, like I said, every young woman has a development period in her life, but it shouldn't last life long. It should be, and so there's discretion.
Exactly.
There's
That's what I'm
discretion.
saying.
I never understood why white people thought black people were so hypersexual and so this and so that and so stupid. Okay,
That's
I never understood why they thought this about us. Now I get it.
and see, it's not about perfection, it's about couth. It's about decorum. Like even then, there's always been free calls, but they kept what they did behind closed doors. They didn't just turn on the camera and throw that shit on the net and let every fucking body into their bedroom to know exactly how they got down. That wasn't some shit they broadcasted to everybody. There's always been free calls, but even free calls had standards now. Not like
Thank
these
you.
hoes.
Thank you. And the thing is, even back in the day, there are certain things that were censored for a reason. There were certain things that you cannot show even prime time for a
well,
reason.
Ebony, they're not shame of it. I'll put it to you like this. They know that that's what black men want. They use it to, number one, get black men, but then the black men shame them for being the sluts that they are.
There
So
you go.
which one is it? You are not going to be able to please him. So what you need to do is go ahead and save your self-respect, your integrity, because men love whores. They absolutely love whores. They do. But they don't want no commitment with no whore. So you're doing this on some short term,
Yes.
it's weird. I
And
don't
they
know.
don't commit to them. They don't commit to the whore. And also, they really don't respect the whore. They're going to be with
Exactly.
somebody else. I
They don't
Well,
promise you.
as far
well,
as
that's
black men goes, they don't respect any women whatsoever. We're talking about actual men. Yeah, they don't respect her. They'll fuck a whore in a minute. They will fuck a whore in a minute. But as far as respect goes, you're not fixing to get the life insurance policy, the land, the the house and all that shit, the savings. You're not gonna get the 401k. You're gonna get the dick, and you're gonna get sent on your way with a double cheeseburger, add bacon, pickle, and a little bit of mayonnaise on the top. Maybe you'll get some fries on the side, but I don't know. You might get a water, and if you suck the dick real good, you probably get a soft drink, bitch.
Not a double
God.
God.
Well, DZ, since we're on the subject of whores, could you please tell us what herpangia is? From your community post. What is that disease?
Herpangina. Yeah.
Herpangina, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a viral load. It's not like herpes. It does eventually go away, but it does require treatment. It's very painful. There's blisters and pustules in your mucous membranes wherever you were touched, where that nasty ass shit went. And it's hard for you to swallow. You shouldn't be eating anything that has a high acid rate in it, anything that's coarse like potato chips and shit like that, because you might pop up in one of your pustules. Yeah, you get that from
Nasty.
eating men's acid.
Nasty.
It comes from fecal matter.
Yes.
And y'all already know that these black men don't bathe. So when you take your ass back there, you're gonna probably end up having your mouth dangling all over the place and trying to figure out why you can't swallow your spit comfortably anymore, because you was trying to be on some I'm better than that bitch shit.
Enterococcus fecalis. Thank you.
Some people think they liken it to strep, but it's more like hand, foot, and mouth disease. Like DZ was saying, it's viral. Strep is bacterial. This is viral. So that's one of those things where you can only just treat the symptoms and let it run its course. That's all you can do. Strep you can get antibiotics for strep. You can't get antibiotics for that. It's cause you would think with a name like herpangina, it would be in a herpes simplex family somewhere, but it's not. It's more related to hand, foot, and mouth.
Look around y'all right now. Listen to this conversation. The fact that we even have to say, keep your mouth off a nigga booty hole. Where are we right now? Is this the Twilight Zone? And when you have to cut on the mic and say, hey, ladies, it'll be nice if you kept your mouth off of an anus. Y'all being indignant and y'all are fucking yourself up. You gonna come up sounding like Barry White with all them pustules in your motherfucking throat talking about you gonna sound like Barry White, or what's the other nigga name? You'll never find
Lou
here's the
Rawls.
thing.
Yeah,
Lou
Lou
Rawls.
Rawls.
The problem is, ladies, if you go to a Doc in the Box, Med Express, whatever, they're going to have a difficult time distinguishing that disease from a whole slew of other infectious diseases too.
And see, like back to what y'all were saying earlier, of course men love whores. That's just what it is. But because I think all women have some whore in them. It's just a matter of who you're a whore for.
Yes.
But the point is, because DZ, come on now, Mr. Zealot,
I mean,
you already know. We already know what it is. So that's what I'm saying. We know what it is. So we know when
time. When I get up over here, it is slut time with Mr. Zealot. Pull up,
that's
baby.
what I'm saying. We know when to bring the whore out though, but we ain't on the internet though. We ain't showing our pussy to everybody around the fucking world.
Everybody should have a little hole in them. I tell the young girls, a lot of you should have a little bit of that in you, but do it on your terms. Okay, don't try to just please him and leave your ass out of the equation. So
and don't do things that you don't normally do. Like all of this booty play. A lot of y'all women don't like that, but y'all want these black males so bad that y'all out here eating booty. Who eat booty? Why are you out here eating a grown man's ass? They don't shower at all. What are you doing?
On some real shit though, even if they did, y'all, it's a booty.
Nasty.
It's a booty, y'all. Do I have to say don't eat the booty?
I'm side-eyeing any man who want his ass ate. Like, so what you want me to do? Lay you on your back and put you up in the buck next? See, when they come across with that real feminine shit, I have to start side-eyeing them like, why you want me playing around your asshole? See, I got a problem with that. I do. And I start to question your manhood. And then from that point on, I'm just not attracted to you anymore because I don't like all that ass play. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Let me see what's going on in the back, y'all. Sparrow, are you dusty? Sparrow in 3, 2, 1. I'll check back with you later, Esparro. Sagittarius Black. Are you dusty?
No, ma'am, I'm not Dusty. Hi, DZ. Hi,
Hey,
ladies.
hey, how are you?
Hi. I'm good. So I had two things I wanted to say. One about Iyanla. Never forget, back in the 90s, she was married to a Dusty she was out earning, and
Yeah.
he divorced her because she embarrassed him publicly on Oprah's show because that's where she was getting her start. And basically, a woman was talking to her about the same exact thing as this young woman was, this millionaire was. She was basically saying, I can't find a black man that earns what I earn. And so Iyanla was like, look in the front seat. Look at my husband right there. You think he make money and all this other stuff. She embarrassed him publicly and he divorced her for that.
Well, not before he bust her in the
I'm about to
goddamn
say
Ninja
that
Turtle
part.
face.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Oh, I
hit her
didn't
in
hear
the
about this.
he hit her in the Ninja Turtle first.
Stop. Could y'all forget that, please?
I cannot unsee
Wow.
it.
No, Ebony, that was funny. That was funny. It was giving Ninja Turtle.
All right. And if you don't want to be embarrassed, bitch, why don't you make some goddamn money? I guess everybody's supposed to work, minimum wage jobs so they can be with a Dusty. And if he make $11 an hour, ooh, clap, 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 clap. He's making more money than you, y'all. To be honest with you, y'all,
Hercules.
that man's supposed to be making more money than y'all. I said
Mm-hmm.
that he's supposed to be making more money than you. He's supposed to be able to take care of emergencies and insurance, right? The groceries and electric, the mortgage, the gas. Y'all, that's unheard of in the black community. But that's what he's supposed to do. And Iyanla, Miss, oh God, you can't say that up here. But she's telling you, settle for less. Your standards are too high. Y'all, did y'all see the clip with Michelle Obama and Miss Oprah Winfrey? And Michelle Obama said this, and I quote, you young girls are always on these platforms saying, I deserve happiness. Well, who told you that? Y'all, I hit the floor when she said that. So the young girl's not supposed to get happiness. They don't deserve. She said, who told you you deserve happiness? This is coming from your ex first lady, Mrs. Michelle Obama.
That's some mammy shit.
You
That
know
is
what?
some real mammy shit.
That was the one. Remember, she's the one saying that. Well, we were miserable in our marriage for what 10, 20
Mhm.
years or some shit.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
she's
remember,
been pushing this struggle love for a minute now.
and
That's
remember, Obama was planning to divorce her. He was floating the idea of it, but because he wanted to go on and be on the national stage, he kept the marriage going. If he was willing to bow out after he lost that first Senate race and just go into private practice, he would have been divorced, Michelle. But okay, you go ahead and be miserable.
That's why I said they're working overtime to push this shit off on black women specifically, and they keep trying to bring out these heavy hitters, and it's a shame. It's
It
sad.
is a
It
shame,
really
but
is.
Aaliyah, back in my day, and these people are a little bit older than me, but still back in my day, that shit was pushed hard.
Hmm.
Yes.
They still
Hard.
pushing it today. And y'all in the chat that said, y'all can't believe she said that. Go to TikTok, right? And just simply type in the search engine Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama, and you'll find the clip that you're looking for. She said, these women think that they are supposed to be happy. I deserve happiness. And you, who told you that? That's what she
Why?
said. And
Because
she
black
said,
women don't deserve love and happiness. We're
and
not
she
worthy
said,
of
check
that.
it up, check it out, y'all. She said, y'all talking about me and Barack, our relationship goes by looking at our pictures. Well, I was mad at him in that picture that y'all saying that up under. She's pushing struggle love. And people like to say that we're misinterpreting what the fuck she said. No, the fuck we're not. She's basically saying, in order to have your marriage work, there's going to be some struggles. Marriage it has its struggles every now and then. But if you struggling every day, once a month, twice a month, y'all worried from check to check and all this shit, that is not marriage. That right there is struggle love. You shouldn't be taking smiley face pictures with a motherfucker that you really upset with. You upset with him for a reason because he did some fuck shit that he shouldn't have been doing. But Michelle Obama is saying tough through it just so you can get what she says, and I quote, multiple anniversaries. Go look it
I'm
up.
sorry. That's not struggle love. That's just fucking struggle.
That's just
I
stupid.
I get the idea they're seeing other people already, and I feel like Michelle is just kind of fed up with it all and just telling her truth.
I think Barack's seeing other dudes. Hello, somebody. I
Mm-hmm.
think Barack Obama is seeing other dudes, but that's
I
just
think
my
he's seeing
opinion.
Becky's. I
It's
Mm.
don't.
very now. It's
I'm going with
very.
dudes. I'm
And so,
going
D
with dudes.
and so
DV,
Leah's
can I be messy? Oh, I'm sorry,
Sure,
Kathy.
go
no,
ahead.
you can go ahead, Kyra.
Well, I just wanted to point out, Barack Obama is actually a biracial with a dusty father who was raised primarily by his white family. And look at how dusty
Yep.
he is. I mean, I'm just putting that out there. Biracials with black fathers, they're just as
They're
dusty as
messed
their
up.
black fathers.
They are messed up. I mean, and he took his ass over to Kenya like Kenya did anything for him. I was pissed about that.
Mm.
And to Leah's point earlier about them not wanting to see black women happy, they don't. Especially the older ones who didn't get away, who didn't find out from young or from their 30s, whatever age they were, that black males was a piece of shit and needed to go about their business. They don't want to see the younger generation of black women doing that because I'm stuck here and I'm unhappy, so you need to be unhappy too. How dare you think you
That's
better than
what
me?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Cassie. That's with all mammies. I'm just gonna keep it real
Mm-hmm.
with you. Even a 18-year-old mammy, if her 19-year-old friend has divested and is doing better, she's gonna start acting like a boomer. Okay, a mammy, that's part of their personality. When they see you doing some shit that's not classic muling, they tend to act like boomers and the silent generation and everything because the mammies, they are steady and constant. You're supposed to be down here struggling. Who the fuck do you think you are thinking you don't have to do this? Okay. Esparro, are you dusty?
Um,
Oh God.
Oh shit. Oh my
What
god.
the
I,
fuck?
oh,
Okay, here it is, y'all. Let me do the progressive thing since everybody's so fucking liberal. Esparro, are you a lady?
I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, sir, this is not going to be a good spot for you. I wish you well. Peace, hair grease, and Afrocentricity.
I knew he was
Not
dusty
peace and
from the
hair grease.
question he
Come
asked.
on, DV.
Afrocentricity.
I knew he was
You
a
know
dusty from the
what?
question he asked in the back, talking about how can we correct it. I
I
knew
was
he
Eh,
about to say,
correctly.
Cassie, he been in the back chats working for a little minute,
right.
and I'm like, oh my god, I'm glad I didn't interact with that thing back there, because
I'm
sometimes you be
upset
like,
because
hey
I was
girl,
messaging
but
him.
I'm glad I didn't talk to that person.
Mm.
He's in the wrong space. Ain't he talking about correction? We ain't trying to correct shit over
That
here.
part.
Wrong channel, dude.
Mhm.
Listen, there is a Shay that's out here. There's a Real Talk channel that's out here. There's a lot of mammies out here that you can go fix it with. The women over here are completely done. And y'all, they know that. They know that. But they don't want to believe that you have left. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to fix anything but my fucking plate later. Huh?
May
That's
I
what
use
Please.
peace and hair grease?
yes. Oh
Thank
wait,
you.
damn, I don't forgot about Iyanla. What else the fuck you got to say? Oh,
And then when the
Oh,
men
I
show
wanted
up,
to
we
bring up
want to beat them
Katie.
up because they're not living up to our standards and criteria. And it's not working, beloved. It's just
when she calls you beloved lady, she's being passive aggressive. I want you to know that. She's being
Yep.
condescending and passive aggressive. When she says, it's not working, beloved, she's looking down on you, letting you know that she is the matriarch of this mammy shit. And what she says is law. That is some of the most condescending shit that she does. And I hate when she does that shit. She don't love this fucking woman, beloved. Really? We almost done. Well, how many seconds of this shit we got left? 10.
just not working. So it's not that it's bad or wrong, it's obsolete. It's obsolete. We have to come up with a new way of being. I don't believe in carrying a man. A man has to do for himself.
So why the fuck is
Girl, bye.
everybody having to go ahead and help him build? It's the contradictions for me. She said she doesn't mind helping build with a man, but he has to carry himself. What the fuck you mean? He either needs to be already built or no. And with black men, they're not already built. Even if they're they're so-called unicorns. They have a whole lot of mental shit that's going on with them. They come from the black community. He's still fucking dusty, and he still got the 2 coochie minimum. Mind you, he also may be very fucking violent. He may be struggling with his sexuality. This is what the black community gives. Huh? Let me move this shit. Stop sharing.
Wasn't somebody trying to say something about Haiti?
Yes, I had one more thing to say besides Iyanla. It was about Haiti. So I saw someone in the comments and it was kind of giving cape for Haiti because they said Haiti was the first nation to abolish slavery, but something else. So the thing about that, that's absolute nonsense. The way that history is written, sometimes it can be um taken subjectively. So Haiti did not abolish or successfully do anything. They revolted just like anybody else did, but they surrendered. They had to surrender to France. That is why they're the poorest country in the Caribbean and in Latin America, in that part of the world, because they lost. France said either you're going to pay us like billions and billions or trillions, I'm sure, of dollars, or we're going to fertilize the ground with your bones. That's what happened. And then after Haiti agreed to pay because they surrendered, France blocked them from the trades. And that's really why that was not a victory. So it's like I'm kind of tired of Haitians waving that around like it's an accomplishment. It wasn't.
Thank you.
You're
I am
welcome.
so glad.
Homelander, I'm gonna need you to click the link. Okay. See, because what it sounds like to me, either one, you dusty, or number two, you're a apologist for stuff that's actually, not true. Because the thing is, to this day, Haiti still has to pay France for their freedom that they so-called fought for. That's why they're over there eating mud cookies and can't build a goddamn thing, because any income that country gets, they have to pay it to France to this day. Do you understand that? Homelander, click the link so that we can go ahead and talk this out. But don't let me find out that you got a shit log, because that's not going to work out. Shout out to Esparo. He just found out that this ain't that. We're not building anything with no goddamn that, Gus. Click the link, because I'm not a Haiti apologist. Everybody wants to drop their draws for Haiti and act like they had some sort of W, right? They always doing this shit with history. By the way, me and one of my Patreon members was talking about some history shit earlier today. To be honest with you, y'all keep getting this damn thing with this syphilis and the Tuskegee experiments all the way wrong. Do you understand me? The
They sure
government did
do.
the government did not infect them with syphilis. What happened was, since the government already knew that black men are sexually promiscuous, that they would eventually get syphilis. And when they showed up for treatment, they didn't treat it because they wanted to see what syphilis would do to the body if it was left untreated. They didn't infect
Exactly.
them. They did not give it to them. Them niggas had it and was diagnosed with it, but weren't told that they actually had it. See,
They
they
had it
always play
already.
this goddamn word games with these motherfuckers, and y'all alter history. Y'all don't understand history. These niggas have been a mess for a long time. Y'all don't want to talk history up here. And shout out to Mistress Rogue. I hope you out there doing your thing. She's out of the country right now.
Mistress Rogue doing the damn thing. Y'all got to give a shout out for I sis. She leveling up. Sis then relocated to a whole nother country. She getting
Ooh.
married. She doing her emergency preparedness training and shit. She
Mm-hmm.
doing the damn thing. Our sister said she'll be
Yes, we
back in
miss
June though.
Very
you.
proud of you, girl. Very proud.
We miss you, Mistress Rogue. Put some hearts in the chat for Mistress Rogue so she can
Yes.
see it when she watched the playback.
She gonna be married. She gonna be married when she gonna be married in a minute, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I told her to get some ice pack, because her and her bread probably tearing the sheets
Okay.
up. But yeah, y'all, they be tearing up that history. Oh, white people did this to you. No, they didn't. They sat up and wait for you to destroy yourself, and then they did the experiment. So yeah, them black men, they actually did have syphilis. They just didn't get treated for it. And when it went untreated, it affected their brain. They started getting dementia. They started getting they started losing their mind, because if you get syphilis and it's left untreated, y'all, it makes you lose your mind. You go crazy, essentially.
Yeah, that's called neurosyphilis. And what people don't seem to understand is that can happen at any stage of infection, from the beginning stage to the latent stage. Once them spirochetes start get inside you, they embed themselves everywhere, including your brain. So yeah, that can start at any stage. Neurosyphilis can.
Yeah,
1200 North. Are you dusty?
I'm Caucasian. Does that make me like in the realm of dustiness?
You're
You
not
don't get
white.
your
No, you're
ass.
not.
You
You're
are
not.
a
Very
black
much.
as
What?
no the fuck
How?
you're not.
I'm
Stop
interested.
lying.
However,
You need
I've
to
been told
stop.
about
I
that.
know you wish
Bye.
I know you
Why?
wish you
Bye.
were,
Why? How am
but
I
you're
not?
not
How is
white.
that
Right.
feasible? How
Stop
can you tell
it.
me
You
what I am?
sound like you drink Kool-Aid. You sound
What?
like you got a bunch of goddamn fried chicken on the stove right now. You
That's
sound like you
incorrect.
went to a Title I school. Get the
I've
fuck
never
out
done
of here
that.
with this nonsense.
That
Boy,
doesn't make
if
me
you don't go
black.
get up under the
I'm not
goddamn the
black.
must
What?
Get out of
bye.
here.
Woo!
Bye.
That boy say
He sound like he can't read out loud, like he's
At
listening to
all.
stutter. He read with his pointer finger sliding across the
And
page.
I need them to understand whether, because us up here we like white boys, but there's other people who like, Hispanics, Asians, whatever. There are some white men and other men that are in black that have deep voices, but you can still tell when it's a black male calling up here.
Nah, he was
He was
impersonating a white
definitely
guy.
black, yeah. And
Yeah.
then trying to do that, like, oh my gosh, kind of talk like you picked the wrong gender. You supposed to trying to talk like a white guy. You don't pick the woman gender. You just sound stupid.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all. This is a rated PG channel, and it's a family fucking friendly channel. But check it out. The folks over there at Google and YouTube, they don't like words like gender. They don't like that type of stuff, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all got to come behind the wall with me if y'all want to say stuff like that. I'm so sorry. But I'm gonna tell you this: there's a such a thing as a black sense, and 1200 North had that. Okay, let's keep it real, y'all. Some of this stuff we have to just say it is what it is. There was no way that that guy was white. Okay, you're not gonna tell me that certain bitches running around here with bonnets and their pajama pants on aren't mammies. Some things are just what they are. And you could call it prejudice all you want to, but there's certain things that just are what they are. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
I
And
still
why are you
can't.
still back there? Go
Damn,
ahead. I'm
DZ, I'm
sorry.
sorry. I
I,
didn't know that you can't say that up here. They cutting out everything now.
Ain't they?
I
Uh,
look at I look at it as a game though. Like, okay, you take these words away, we'll just come up with new terms all the time, like we do. I still can't believe you said he sounds like he drinks Kool-Aid.
with
My thing
extra
is,
sugar.
I'm still trying to figure out why they even on this channel, much less still trying to get on this panel. Like, you're not even supposed to be here.
Well,
Oh,
they upset that you leave, and that's just the fact of the matter. Less mammies equals less coddling for them, and darling, it just is what it is. So, y'all, we got some more babies. We got some more babies. Y'all want to see what the cute little babies are doing over there in the black community? Hmm? Let's see what the babies got going on. Oh, cute little snookums. Mm-mm. Take that back, honey.
Trend among the city's carjackings. The majority of them are being carried out by juveniles.
WGN's Dana Rebick is live in South Shore, where a suspect in a recent carjacking isn't.
The carjackers are now in elementary school. Oh, look at the babies. They just kids, y'all. So when they come up to your car in the 5th grade and they got a bat or a gun, you make sure you give them some cookies and you tell them, did you do your homework? If you can still move your mouth after they smack your ass in the face with a bat, right? Because they just kids. Let's go.
Even old enough to drive. Is that right, Dana?
That's right. And by several years, police here in Chicago believe that this recent carjacking suspect could be a South Shore elementary school student. And today we spoke with friends of one of the victims that he attacked late last week.
It is somebody who's a neighbor to this garden. So
get ready to get mad, y'all. Get ready to get mad. Y'all see what this is? We prejudging again. This is a mammy. She got her umbrella and she's getting ready to tell you how you are wrong for not wanting programs. Somebody got some background noise. If you're washing your dishes or whatever, throw yourself on mute for me, boo. Appreciate that. Now, this is a mammy. They're always mammies. But she's going to tell y'all how it's everybody else's fault. There needs to be more programs, more funding, more whatever that doesn't work so that you don't get carjacked by a goddamn fifth grader. Let's go. I hate these whores.
So that hit us especially hard, but all of this is hitting us especially hard.
An attempted carjacking in South Shore. The victim, a woman in her 50s, approached by an offender around midnight Friday in the 7000 block of South Merrill.
She came face to face with a young boy that.
Is that a water drop on the screen? Because I don't want to think that that's a beard. Okay. Y'all, I'm sleepy. Please tell me that that's a water drop on there, because if that's a beard, I'm going to get real sleepy in a minute. Okay.
I don't know. Definitely a beard.
I hope that's not a beard, because this is getting outrageous. You're mammying so much that you don't even have time to shave. What? Let's go.
It couldn't be any more than 10 or 11. And there was actually no feeling in his face or in his energy. And that, I think, was the most disturbing thing to her.
They punched her in the face, and she wasn't able to get out the car quickly to defend herself because she still had her seatbelt on.
Chicago police sent out a community alert Sunday. Half an hour before this incident, CPD says someone grabbed a victim's keys nearby in the 2100 block of East 70th Street, taking their vehicle. Both incidents happening within blocks of O'Keefe Elementary School.
We just have to feel sad that these kids are in this situation.
Y'all, do y'all see this? Black women divest. Black women divest. All right, is this thing on? Black women divest. She said that these kids are in the situation after punching a woman in the face and stealing her car. The kids are in the situation. There's no winning. And this is where you're supposed to get your loving husband from, that community. What is he going to be when he's 21, 10 years from now? Oh, he's going to be a conquered Dusty that's very entitled, that's grabbing at your daughter's tits. That's what he's going to be, because of bitches like her that keep making excuses. Let's go.
Yes, and we have been working very diligently in this neighborhood. Everything's free. We try to provide the most fun programming that we can, and you're free to take it if you want to.
It doesn't work. She said that there's free stuff for them to take, and you can take it if you want. We provide entertainment, right? We got parks, recreation. They don't want that. They want your car, bitch. They want to punch you in the face, motherfucker. That's what they want. Those programs do not work. Those kids are a wash. Move on. They're a wash.
Natalie Perkins, the education coordinator at the Merrill Community Garden, says it's more important now than ever to provide a positive place for children in the neighborhood. The garden recently received an accelerator grant, helping create a summer camp here to combat crime.
We strangely had just listened to a bunch of crime statistics about this area, and apparently there's a group of youth carjackers going, so I wasn't shocked by it.
Compared to this time last year, carjackings in the city are down 25.5%. But of the 80 arrests for vehicular hijacking so far, 69% have been juvenile offenders.
So damn near 70% of the carjackings are happening by your kids. Taj Mahal, where you at? Bitch, where are you? They just kids, right? And then you want motherfuckers to coddle them. You see the program isn't working. That program has already been in place. She's the program director. She's the one that's providing the free food and the free recreation and showing them how to plant gardens and all that stuff. So where are you? Y'all, these programs do not work. When you're dealing with somebody that's evil, they're evil. You can read the Bible to them. You can do whatever with them, and they're not going to change. So you're wasting the government's money. You're wasting our tax dollars. You're wasting your time, and you're feeding us a line of bullshit. Y'all, this is why Iyanla says the type of shit that she says, because these kids, they're going to grow up and not be viable candidates for families. So she has to give you guilt, give you some kind of reason, because he loves you. They don't show love in that community. Really?
DZ?
Yeah.
It's sad to say, but eventually we're gonna see a video. You're gonna have a clip from a news station about this program director, about one of the boys, one of them kids that she said she was gonna save with one of these programs, decided, nope, I want your car now. I'm calling it. I just said, remember
I
this
am
live. I'm
sick.
calling it.
I'm so sick to death of this program shit. I don't know what to do. Fuck this program shit. That again, it goes back to lazy parenting. These are your children. Nobody should have to develop implement programs in order for them to have something to do. I don't recall my mother or my dad reaching out to all these different people every summer or every time we were out of school to try to have them find us something to do. That was their job to provide the entertainment. Like, I just don't understand where all your children became somebody else's responsibility. It's no damn, you do this all year long while they're in school. You got free babysitters, okay? That's what you've turned school into. Now that when they're out, you still want people to be responsible for babysitting your goddamn children. So when are you supposed to be the parent? I would like to know.
1200 North, I don't know why you're back. Happy and free black woman. Are you Dusty?
No, ma'am. It's happy to be back. I've been gone for a while. Been kind of busy. Me and Brad, we've been all in Hawaii, just traveling, all that good stuff. But what I wanted to say, I called in a couple of months ago and I said I was a teacher and I stopped teaching because I thought if I took the phones, they would attack me. And look what's been going on recently, right? And another reason why I stopped teaching was because they took police out the schools, and I taught high schools when in George, the Dusty Man, that incident. And I had 2 freshmen in my class with ankle monitors on. You want me to teach them? So I stopped teaching. And what's been going on? Matter of fact, one of the schools where, just say the deans got shot, I worked at that school before and I left because of the violence, right? So I agree. No, these kids I teach mainly inner city schools and it's out of control. And honestly, it's hopeless. I tried 20 years and I'm done. Because now I used to be in the military, I would rather go to Vietnam, Desert Storm than to go in a classroom, period. That's all I have to say.
I feel you. I told you I'd rather have a colonoscopy on my front porch with all my neighbors watching than to sit up and try to mentor one of these goddamn children that come from Blackistan. You're wasting your time. That's all they know. That's how they were born. Okay. If y'all motherfuckers can say that you're born that way, y'all get what I'm saying, multi-letter. If you're born that way, you can also be born evil then. And these black kids, who in the hell was 10 years old in the chat that wanted to smack a 50-year-old bitch in the face with a bat? I'll wait. I ain't think about doing no shit like that. Who in the hell drive a car? That child not even tall enough to drive a goddamn car. How the fuck your foot get to the... That's how they're born.
And it's weird. Me and a friend of mine, we were talking the other day about this because when we were kids, we had to come up with our own games. We were forced to be creative, especially down here in the South where it wasn't shit to do during summers. Like your ass would get put out in 100-degree weather and your parents would tell your ass not to come back to the door until it was time to use the restroom, get a drink of water, or come in to eat. And that was usually after the sun went down. So you had to come up with shit to do. And that's when we started playing these old school games like hopscotch, jump rope. It was just all kind of shit. We just had to get creative. You would see kids knocking cans down the streets with sticks. That's how bored we was. These kids these days got all kind of shit. You got all kind of video games, all kind of laptops. You got all this computerized shit, all these virtual reality headsets and Oculus and all this metaverse shit. You got all this shit to keep you entertained, and yet everybody's still running around. They so bored, they ain't got nothing to do. Let's do this, let's do that. It's like, y'all don't know what the fuck boredom really is, do you? Because I remember it was a time we didn't have half the shit they got. So I don't want to hear this shit. I don't get it.
Well, I guess it would be too much, given their abysmal literacy rates, to make these sons read a book, Cat in the Hat, Red Fish, Blue Fish.
Yeah. Like again, that's something else we had to do. What the fuck happened to reading a fucking book?
Shit. If you see a nigga reading a book, he's scoping out the place. He got that book in front of him, but he ain't reading it. He trying to check the scenery to see what the fuck, who the fuck, what the kids call it, lacking, so that he can take you the fuck up out of here. What else are the kids doing, ladies? Let's judge.
Mayhem at Mondawmin Mall today. A witness shares this video with Fox 45 News, sharing a rowdy crowd of young people.
I seen a whole bunch of kids just fighting, a whole bunch of them.
Well, witnesses say at one point a police officer was actually punched in the face, and it comes as a...
Where the protest? The police got punched in the face. Because if he punched one of your fucking kids in the face, here you come. You, your funky feet, your bunions, your sign, your loud ass mouth, and the BLM bullshit. So this cop was punched in the fucking face. Where are you? Huh? There's not enough police to deal with all of these babies that y'all keep shitting the fuck out and just handing them out into the goddamn community. And then can't nobody tell them nothing because you're prejudging. Are you supposed to be here? Nope. Don't ask to nothing. It ain't none of your business. This is what this turns into. And just because your mama was a goddamn crackhead rock monster, you let your kids do what the fuck ever. And guess what? They gonna get laid the fuck down. Okay? They're going to get laid down. They better keep it in these inner cities and that type of shit, because you take your ass to certain parts of the country with this nonsense, you are going to be planning a funeral with your GoFundMe, your whole long soliloquy, and I'm going to be sitting there smiling, showing all 32 of my teeth because your kids are bad as fuck, okay? And then they expect for y'all's daughters to pick from this group of people to make a family with. This is some nonsense. I got to make sure they don't show no fight on here.
Post is circulating on social media, encouraging people to gather and, quote, pop off. It means get wild at Mondawmin Mall tomorrow. Fox 45's Keith Anders joins us live with more of the chaos. And Keith, this is eerily similar to you and I talking live on the anniversary of Freddie Gray's death.
Absolutely, Kai. Now, we're live outside of Mondawmin Mall, where many of those people, many of those young people met here today before the brawl. And tonight, what could happen tomorrow?
At Liberty Heights Avenue, near Woodbrook Avenue, chaos at the corner.
I seen a whole bunch of kids just fighting, a whole bunch of them.
Dozens of juveniles gathered in a group. Fights break out. The disorder caught on cell phone video. Punches are thrown. Juveniles attacking juveniles. Look closely. A Baltimore City police officer seen in the middle of the crowd trying to break it up. We're told later a teen punched the officer in the face.
I see this young lady on the ground being stomped.
Miss Tracy, on her way home, says she stopped her car when she saw a girl in distress and a boy under attack.
They got the little boy on the ground over there and just stomped him. For what reason? He's like, no. And they just kept stomping him and stomping him and stomping him.
The mayhem happening near Mondawmin Mall, where an Instagram account is calling for a Mondawmin link up this Friday.
Look at that post. Look at that post. And it says, fuck the police. Right? And as soon as somebody lay one of these motherfuckers down, y'all have a fit. Ladies, y'all know the tea. Don't let your kids play with these other kids. If you are a mother and you care about your children, do not let them even integrate with these motherfuckers. Take them out of the school that they're in with these kids. They are not there to learn. The mammies have made it to where if you even say so much as, hey, Tyrone, can you sit down in a seat? We're getting ready to start our lesson. So have a seat, right? Put your cell phone down. Tyrone might get up and beat the shit out of the teacher. Okay, I'm not even exaggerating right now.
You're correct.
And guess what? Your daughter is supposed to pick for her prom date that same Tyrone, or she's a bed wench. This is crazy, y'all. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, not that long ago, that big 6'6" child beat that white teacher unconscious. He beat her so bad, and she was laying face down. He was still beating her up because she took his Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I remember that. I do. I remember that shit, y'all. And by the way, in these neighborhoods, like I said, the businesses are closing, okay? And they're getting the fuck away from them. But here's the audacity for me. Y'all, they have I'm speechless at this point. I'm trying not to violate up here, but this is ridiculous. This you can't argue this. You can't argue this. At this point, some things are true. Black kids are bad. Black men are trash. Mammies are their accomplices, right? You're not going to be able to change that community. There's nothing there. It's a shithole. It's always been a shithole. If you're still on the fence about the shit, then RIP to you. Okay. There's nothing left to be said. Number two, we're not going to try to fix this fucking shit. Stop asking me that. Clicking the link, asking what men, grown ass men, asking women what they're going to do to fix it. I'm not fixing a goddamn thing, and neither should you. You should not be supporting these men. You should not be getting your feelings about something that they deemed racist happening. You should not give a fuck about Jamie Foxx. You should not give a fuck about preferences. You shouldn't give a fuck about anything but yourself, because nobody has given a fuck about you. And if you're going to use these minors as some sort of crutch to lean on to stay in the Black community, but like I said, RIP to you. I have nothing more for you. Nothing. Okay? Another thing I wanted to show y'all, the hypocrisy in the Black community. Let's do it.
Covering Columbia County, where the sheriff has announced an arrest in connection with a grisly murder.
In my years here, this has probably been the worst case that I've seen.
25-year-old Robert Jackson was taken into custody here in Jacksonville. He's accused of killing 32-year-old Sean Waldron, and detectives expect more arrests.
What do y'all think? And I want to look at the chat real quick. What do y'all think would have happened, right, if a smiling ass white man was up here on the screen after he burned alive a Black man? Y'all haven't heard of this, have you? He set this man on fire. Okay? This is why nobody takes you serious. If you are triggered by murder, if you're triggered by homicide and things happening to people, you have to be triggered across the board. You have to, yes, Colette de Jure, it would have been a goddamn protest. Because if you're not triggered across the board, then one thing is for sure. You ain't serious and nobody's going to take you serious. Yes, Divested Dreamer, it would have been George Floyd 2.0. This is ridiculous. Why haven't y'all heard of this man being burned alive? Why haven't y'all heard about the shit? I'll tell you why. Because they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They have to use any of these crimes that these niggas commit as some sort of way to say that they're not fucked up. They're just oppressed and they need some shit to be given to them, taking care of them. They just only do this because they're hungry. Why are you setting somebody on fire though, sir? Are you going to eat him like the bitches did the perfume? Huh? Yes, the Riddler. Nobody's heard of this shit. Nobody. And this video has been up for a couple of days now. Nobody believes you, and you got the nerve to jump your ass on TikTok talking about what you created. No, you're creating terrible neighborhoods. You know what? Somebody inboxed me and said, you know what a real estate employee has never heard? I want to go see the Black neighborhoods. I'm on the market to buy a house. Take me to the Black neighborhoods first. Why? Why? No real estate person has ever heard that type of shit because nobody wants to live around you. I can't, y'all. Kyra, you got anything?
I think you're being too harsh on these young kings over here because, benefits have been reduced. So, food stamps are short now. He probably was hungry. And this is all he probably could think to do. Not get a job or anything, but just to unalive and eat this man.
Kyra. Okay. Do we have to take your phone?
Now, maybe she does have a point because they are eating people in Haiti, huh? Maybe he was just getting him prepared. Did he season them first? I don't fucking know.
And in the woods, there's plenty of dirt to make the mud cookies, too. So, but Aaliyah, you act like there's not some mammy over on YouTube who wouldn't be saying exactly what I said.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know what, the whole burned alive thing, they would have brought it back to the White Hood days. They would have been quick to talk about that. This is like back in the day when they used to they just irritate me at this point. I need all of them to go.
Can you get a RIP Black people? Can he? Because if the roles was reversed and that smile, and he had the nerve to be smiling on his mugshot, that's how entitled they are. He's not scared of going to jail for the rest of his life because they don't go to jail for the rest of their life. I'd be surprised if they gave him murder one. They probably gonna give him manslaughter, huh? Because he's also a drug dealer, right? And they're gonna say that this man here was addicted to some sort of substance, and then it was a drug deal gone wrong, and you know how that is. He was just trying to make a living to support his nappy ass head, huh, bitch?
It's
But
always an excuse.
but think about it. Jail will be an improvement for him. Think about again the 3 hots in the cot, the bussy, the job placement. You know good and well a lot of these black males like jail. It's like a little party for them.
They get free clothes, free education.
Yeah,
Free dental care.
They do. They be on TikTok saying that too. Like a lot of the people who done snuck the phones into jail through their anals and stuff like that. They be on TikTok talking about that. That if you looking for somewhere to stay, when you get a bed, free food, all that, they post where they are and it's in jail.
The fact that you just said they're in jail posting about how good it is to be in jail. That sentence right there.
Not against black. Are you dusty? Not against black. Are you dusty? I'm gonna take that as a yes because you are unmuted. I don't know what the rest of your name says, but I'm finna get you out of here in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's have a quick class on what the deal is. When you click the link, right, you're supposed to come up, and the things that's right up under your nose is called your lips. You separate them, right? And out of your throat comes a sound, and you say whether you're dusty or not, and then you give your sentiments on what's going on up here. I don't know what the T is, but honey, you need to get the fuck on. Let me finish my goddamn story up here.
But DZ, what if the caller's throat is sore from eating ass and they can't really talk?
See,
girl. Kyra, you got to feel punishment tonight, girl.
She going to the corner in a
News
minute.
for Jax reporter Eric Gavigne joining us live outside the Duval County Jail, where Jackson's being held without bond. Eric?
And the warrant for Jackson's arrest comes just 10 days after the Columbia County Sheriff's Office conducted a raid on a home in Lake City. Investigators say the evidence seized during that raid is now linked to this murder case. The Friday morning arrest of 25-year-old Robert Lee Jackson follows a series of discoveries that began on the afternoon of Tuesday, April the 11th. Here inside the Osceola National Park, a Columbia County resident made a gruesome discovery and called 911.
Deputies arrived on scene and confirmed that foul play was suspected as the body was bound. The hands were bound behind the back and burned. The body was burned.
Sheriff Mark Hunter says detectives located a partial tattoo on the victim they recognized as belonging to 32-year-old Sean Waldron, who had been reported missing. The body was taken to the medical examiner's office in Jacksonville, where dental records confirmed the victim to be Waldron. A day after the body was discovered, Waldron's cell phone was found near this intersection of Northeast Buddy Avenue and Northeast Friar Street. Then the following day, his bicycle was found. 7 days later, the Columbia County Sheriff's Office executed a search warrant at this home on Northeast Maxwell Glen.
Evidence discovered indicates this was a possible crime scene related to this case.
That evidence led to Jackson.
Listen, look at his face, y'all. This is something that gets on my fucking nerves. That he's smiling because he knows he's not going to jail or he's going to get a short amount of time. You ladies out here that's still fucking with these niggas, let me ask you a question. Because from what I've heard on one-on-ones, the dick ain't that great. Y'all not having orgasms. Y'all not getting your rent paid. Y'all not even getting niceties out of these people. So with them being murderous clowns the way that they are, what are you doing? Are you just trying to be defiant for the sake of being defiant? Are you trying to expand the race? And then if you are trying to expand the race, let me ask you this. What do you think you're going to get out of that besides a whole bunch of hungry black ass babies? What do you think is going to happen? Because this type of shit gets on my goddamn nerves. I honestly don't go nowhere without Stacy because of your sons like this. They're out here. You love them to death. You would testify against the victim of your son just because he's your goddamn son. You'll throw everybody up under the bus and you're making the world just a general horrible fucking place because you can't get up off of this shit. Okay. And when you go places and people don't take you serious, you wonder why. You calling everybody racist and all types of shit. And then there's another goddamn story where you've lied on several white people. That's coming out now during your BLM protests and all that shit that went down with what Kyra calls Saint Fentanyl or whatever. That some of those stories that y'all was telling people that those white people were doing at your protests for these very sons that you have up here, you lied about it. It never happened. Videotape evidence is coming out that they wasn't being Karens. They weren't being what they call Kevins or whatever, the male version of Karen. You were sitting up there lying about them on these college campuses being extra. So let me ask you, Mammy, are you out of your fucking mind? If you want to stay there and do what you got to do, don't try to go ahead and roast or drag anybody that doesn't want to toe the line and be what you're being, because that's not a productive way to be. Y'all always talking about this energy and positive vibes and all this shit. I think y'all talk about this type of shit because you know your community ain't worth the fuck. And this motherfucker here smiling is getting on my goddamn nerves. Make no mistake about it. Even after knowing what he's done, there is a black woman that would still consider him eligible to be her man. I shit you the fuck not. We got proof of that shit. Why? Because they're always sitting on these JPay and these dating sites and these Kendra goddamn shows talking to inmates and finding out what the fuck they actually require. You're letting inmates tell you what they require out of women. There is no bottom. So don't you ever try to direct other women. Don't you ever try to tell somebody how to improve their life when your fucking community looks like trash. Unless you've left that community, I don't want you saying shit to me, these little black girls, and nobody else that's done with the community. What you're going to do is have to start being honest with these people before everything goes electronic, right? Because white people are the ones that are feeding you, clothing you, putting your fucking house together. Everything is going electronic. We are turning into a cashless society. So do y'all have any fucking plans on how you gonna lie about that nigga being up in your house when shit is going to be monitored, when there's going to be cameras every goddamn where? Y'all are getting ready to be in a mess, and y'all talk about reckoning. That day is damn near here. So how are you going to go ahead and prove that income or that you're up under the poverty line to continue to get those benefits while you got this motherfucker here getting cash apps and shit and donations offline because that's all he can do for a living because he's a fucking felon? Y'all are in a heap of shit. Real fucking talk. It's a whole lot of shit wrong with that community, and people that defend it make me fucking sick. Let me put my banner back up here. Shitting me. Get this ugly bitch back up here. Trinity, are you Dusty?
No, I'm an ally.
Get the fuck. Y'all motherfuckers
Stop
irritating
playing on the
today.
phone, man.
Y'all
An ally.
irritating.
What are you talking about?
It's your stupid ass.
Just want to come in and help out. I like what you guys are doing. Keep doing
Bye.
what you're doing. I appreciate it. That's all I gotta say.
Is it smoke night? What's going on? Why are all these dusty,
What do you mean?
bitch ass people keep calling in here?
I'm just an ally. I want to talk about stuff.
He trying to pretend like that's not his voice when it really is. That's how he sounds when he's reaching over, grabbing his ankles.
This is my real voice. What are you
Lamar
talking
Clavius, if you don't get your ass off this fucking live, we tired of you at this point. You gotta go. Bye.
Shut the fuck
Ask
up.
me live. Married a black man. You dumbass motherfuckers.
Really?
All y'all motherfuckers. Fuck all of y'all. Fuck all of y'all.
But you here though.
Oh, he finally pulled his skirt down. That's what that was.
He ran out of things to say. I didn't remove him, y'all. I let him twerk, right? And that's what you get when you deal with them. You understand what I'm saying to you? I didn't remove him. I didn't give him the flip-flop. I let him twerk, and then his pussy got sore. He didn't have anything to say, nothing to counteract what the fuck we're saying. He doesn't have any stats. He doesn't have anything. All he can say is fuck all of y'all. No, what you do, motherfucker, is go fuck your fat ass mama. That's what you go do. Because from what I understand, and the ladies on my Patreon know what the fuck I'm talking about on that video, y'all are fucking your goddamn mama. So what you do is go over there and fuck her, talking about fuck all of us. Bitch, go fuck your goddamn self. Right? Y'all fucking on your cousins and all type of other shit. You on here twerking. You almost passed for a woman because y'all were some of the most feminine motherfuckers on the planet. You don't have shit else to do. Listen, I thought my tax dollars paid for your Taco Tuesday too, motherfucker. So what are you going to do? Are you going to go ahead and get the Kroger brand goddamn corn tortillas and make it happen? Like I said, fuck all of y'all. Bitch, go fuck your goddamn mammy right in the ass, bitch.
They making the house of Halsbury look like it was child's play.
So yeah, that was his real voice. That wasn't an act. That's how he sounds when he's grabbing his ankles. And see, that's why he had to run right quick, because he pulled it. Somebody pulled his skirt down for him.
Please.
Y'all know when they do that, sometimes they go on the person. They call it painting on the other person.
I can
That might
believe
be a
it.
problem.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm scared to ask.
And just all of these black males on a woman's channel is hilarious to me, especially if we don't fucking like y'all. Why y'all over here? Oh, I'm itching. Oh, I'm itching.
It's hard to talk up here, ain't it? I've returned. Is this you again, whore?
Oh no, hell no, it's not. That guy ain't me.
Oh, we have us another Dusty. Are you just a deep voice?
So what about it? Makes me dusty.
Listen,
What do you
Huh?
want?
Over talk.
You can't.
Listen, don't over talk me, pussy. I asked you, were you male or female? You are gonna answer questions, or you gonna get the fuck on. Now, are you a deep voice bitch or no?
No, my voice isn't deep.
What the fuck do you want?
That part.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I'm curious. So you have black fathers, and you don't like them, I guess so. And the black fathers before them, you're not
Oh,
that they contribute to the fact that you exist. Yeah,
Fuck them too
that
at
was
this
what.
point.
That's
your
deep.
own dads, and your
That's
grandfathers,
deep.
and your grandfather's grandfather, and your grandfather's grandfather's grandfather
That's
too.
deep.
Come here.
So yes. So yes.
Listen, yes, we don't fuck with y'all. Okay, you're not about to come over here and try to give us a history lesson, bitch. We don't like
That's
y'all.
crazy. History. No. Damn, all of them?
Family
Say that
lesson,
again,
family
DC.
tree, whatever you're trying to do. We don't give a fuck. Go about your business.
Even if he was really cool?
Come here. Come here. What are you upset about? Tina, come here. What's he upset about?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
You don't know. What you upset about?
He got mad at me this morning. Got no television. He got fight me all the time. I'm gonna
Is that your grandfather?
That's
Is
you.
that the joke? I'm not that old. I'm not even 22 yet. You guys are like my grandmas, my angry grandmothers. Hey, I love me some black women, but being that
Oh
angry,
shit, I
god
can't
damn.
with you. Y'all are so crazy. This motherfucker here ain't got
Me?
shit else to do.
I'm
I'm
crazy?
not talking to you, motherfucker. Fuck you. Get the fuck from up here. Yeah, I'm not talking to you, weirdo. What the hell? I'm talking to my girls up here. Y'all daddy black. Y'all daddy black. Hallelujah. My daddy
Actually, prove it. Prove my dad's black. Prove it. What?
No, I said, oh, that's deep. You got up here to tell us that? Wow.
Oh my gosh. But that's interesting though, DZ. They always like to try to remind us that, well, you got a black daddy, but they never turn around and tell other black males that, well, you got a black mama when they're talking shit about black women. So
truth be told, even if you tell a black man that his mama black, number one, he already knows that shit. But number two, he don't like that bitch either. He don't like that funky bitch either, even though she coddled the shit out of him his entire goddamn life, made him everything, told him, "Ooh, baby boy, when you grow up, you're gonna be a lady kid. Oh, you so handsome. Yeah, the teacher picking on you. What you want for Christmas, even though you got straight F's on this fucking report card? What's your teacher got? Yeah, they just jealous of you, baby. And guess what? They don't like your ass either, even though you gave your body, right? You gave them everything. You even lied to the white man about your income so that you can make sure you feed him some goddamn Krispy Kreme goddamn donuts, didn't you, bitch? Y'all's community is fucking amazing. It's trash. It is damn near unbelievable. It's the thing of sci-fi novels around this bitch. This nigga told me my daddy black. What the hell does that have to do with you? Right? You got a black sugar daddy. How about that part? Do you even know who your daddy is? How about that part as well?
No.
They tripped me out with that shit. Let me get this from up here.
His dad had to take a number because the line was moving briskly. So
I'm
no.
telling you, his mama was a straight up hoe, right? She probably don't even know who the fuck her goddamn son's father is, right? Dusty motherfucker. Do you have children that you're not taking care of? Because it's Tuesday night. It's 9:45 Eastern Standard Time. Are you gonna help them with their homework or something? Do something, nasty son of a bitch. Go to the doctor. Do anything. How did you find my channel? I wonder how they find this channel. What your algorithm look like? Why is it giving you suggestions for divested zealot and not how to build a house? Why your algorithm don't say how to change a tire? Why your algorithm don't say how to do stocks, bonds, investing? Huh?
They're just like mammies. They're stalking us. They actually beat us here every Tuesday and Friday. That's how strong the notification gang is. They beat us here just like every other hater and cloud watcher. It's like, goddamn, you hate the content with a passion, but you will not leave us the fuck alone.
And that boy said he is goddamn white.
They start talking about fathers and family members because they think they're going to get through to our hearts, but we don't have any heart for you.
Yeah.
It's the family tree history lessons to me. We don't care. We're not them other channels that's going to argue with you for 35 minutes and then ask you your viewpoint and how can we bring you back into this. We don't like y'all. That's it.
I have a question real quick. So wasn't our ancestors who sold us into slavery black? Our great, weren't they black too? Oh,
yes, they were. And thank you for the super chat. No nakers, no mammies. I appreciate you. For some reason, I saw it on YouTube, but it didn't show up in StreamYards. Okay, ladies, I don't even know what to say. Okay, I don't get it. I don't get it. Has anybody, for those of y'all who are my day ones, I'm scrolling down so I can get the chat in real time. Have y'all ever seen, since we've been up here, what has it been, Aaliyah? 2020? Have y'all ever seen anybody click the link and present credible statistics from a credible source that goes ahead and say that what we said up here is a fucking lie? This is for my day ones. This is for my day. I'm looking. I don't see anybody. She says no, ma'am. Girl on Fire says no. Snapple Apple says no. I didn't see anything. So it's been literal years, and nobody has been able to say, hey, DZ, actually, the current stats say this, that, and the other. But here's the deal. Even if you did that, when you say current stats, that would have to be something that came out this year. Okay, that would have to be something that came out this year, because any stat that I quote to you is something that was the most recent until another study is done. By the way, ladies, when they tell you that you are the least desired, on that same study that they keep quoting, don't you know that they are the least desired on that same study? This is how fucking entitled they are on that same. And this really wasn't a study. It was an OkCupid questionnaire. It wasn't a study with a control group and all that shit there. What it was them just going through a couple of profiles and seeing what people's preferences were. On that same quote unquote study that says that you are the least desired, they too are the least desired on that goddamn study. You can't make this shit up.
DZ, you know that's science to the black community. Stop it.
We know who was the most desired though. Brass, fine ass. Because we know they hate that. We know they hate Brad with a passion, but that's who was the most desired though. So y'all just marinate on that.
I enjoyed y'all company tonight. I always do. Ladies, if y'all want to join the Patreon so y'all can see the bullshit we see back there, so you can see what's going on in Discord. Anybody that doesn't have a link that is actually on my Patreon, inbox me on Patreon so I can go ahead and schedule our one-on-one so you and I can talk in private, and then you get your link there. That's how that shit works, right? Anybody got anything before I say something disgusting?
No, you said it all.
We had a time, ladies. See y'all
We
next
did.
time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
I can't do this shit. That boy said your daddy black. Bitch. So is my car. How about that part? Your daddy black. I bet your gums black too. Sitting up there smelling like ass and disgust.